Good morning, traders and investors, and welcome to the Before the Bell edition of Wealth Down with me, Nova PM, where we build and protect wealth. And in today's episode, we're going to scan the stock markets, look at the major indices, and just look for a couple of trading opportunities because it's a really special day today. It's NVIDIA earnings day, and yes, the market will move one way or the other depending on NVIDIA's results, and not necessarily results, but also future outlooks and whatever it is. So this is one of those days, well, maybe you should just sit on your hand and don't do anything. And by the way, later on, you're going to get another video with my top 5 fintech stocks that I believe will definitely beat the market in the short or medium term. But check out that video later on. Definitely subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell in order to get notified when new videos are coming up. Now let's move into the major indices. Yesterday we had a kind of a mixed market move, excepting Netflix, which was up. This was good. And Eli Lilly still up, which is hurting me. Yep, Eli Lilly is hurting me, which is up position. For all of you who do own Eli Lilly, congrats. But for me, really hurting me the last couple of days. Now let's move to the major indices. But before we do that, check out this fear greed index. Fear at the level 12. So extreme fear today, the stock market is not happy. Now this is before the opening, and although futures are pointing higher here, futures are positive, the major fear in the market still persists. Now it could be also major opportunities for some stocks to, well, if you wanted to add to them, not necessarily. So let's move on now to what is going to happen today. Today, Wednesday, 19th of November, we're going to get building permits, housing starts, and FOMC minutes later on. And then tomorrow, we're going to get non-farm payrolls, unemployment rate, and listing home sales. So this is going to be one of those weeks where you really keep your pants on. So let's check out what the S&P did yesterday. We closed up at 6,670. Now we're still in kind of a bullish trend here, upwards. Sadly, we did not hold the 50-day moving average, which was past it. We also closed negative yesterday. Kind of had this down moving candle, then it came back up again. Maybe NVIDIA earnings will turn this around, but I wouldn't be so sure on that. Also, why here the ETF is currently showing us that the markets are in a positive 2 points above the close, but still in a RSI downtrend. So be careful today. Also, Nasdaq, go to the futures. Nasdaq closed up negative yesterday, but in the futures, they are opening up positive. All of the major indices are just awaiting NVIDIA's earnings. Now, maybe at the opening bell, we're going to see a dump, and that is where I'm going to close a position. And because I have a leap opened up on NVIDIA, I'm going to close that one up. It has the expiration of this Friday. So, but hey, there was some money to be made there. Now let's move on to the Dow Jones, which closed up negative yesterday. Today, it's futures are pointing just a tinge higher. Everything is pointing higher, but I'm definitely curious what's going to happen when the market actually opens. The Russell 2000 also pointing upwards, hitting its 100-day moving average here. So it's underneath the 100-day moving average. Want to get even lower. I think we're going to have even more sell-off. So don't be panicked if the sell-off continues in these days. The VIX is currently pointing downwards, so it's trying to chill out here, but I don't think this is going to be the case. Also, the dollar index currently hovering still underneath of 100 and is trying to get up there to 100. Trying to change this trend because the trend is currently upwards, which means stock will go downwards. Oil, take a look at oil. Really negative day today. This is very interesting because I have an idea on oil. I'm also going to just share it with you right now. So due to the fact that we have a negative day on oil, I was thinking about going to January 16th to the 2000, oh, there we go. Sorry about that, the 15th of January 2027, and buy this 51 on the USO. You could also do it on XLE. Just going to show it on USO. Going to cost you $2,590. Currently, the market is not open, so these prices could change. And then just start selling monthlies against selling them outside one standard deviation, either here or just before one standard deviation. Now, do not go too extremely risky. Do not go to the expected move. I will wait for this until a green day happens and then go to the expected move. So this would be one trade idea on oil, because selling puts down here at 56 could be risky. So watch out for that trade, definitely. Now let's move on to gold. Gold looking pretty good. I have a gold position thinking about closing it up. I would like for gold to go up here 4,200, but I actually have a GLD. So let's go to GLD. The I'm doing GLD, the ETF for gold, the Spider Gold shares. And when it would hit that 380-ish mark, boom, close out of that position. Also, if this continues higher and come back down again, hitting that 300, actually the 20-day moving average, I would also consider opening up some leaps in gold. Now let's go to silver. Silver up today, up, major up for silver, real bullish run here. Actually, almost everything is up. Even copper is up today. Now the euro dollar, well, going downwards because dollar is climbing, so this needs to go downwards. The US dollar Japanese yen upwards because, well, the dollar is strengthening, the yen is weakening. And of course, Bitcoin is still selling off. Now, will the sell-off end right here at the currently 29 RSI? I don't think so. I think Bitcoin could still go even lower. So be really, really careful with Bitcoin here. Now, on the other hand, let me show you something brilliant. Netflix. I think Netflix just showed us its bottom. So its bottom would be the 200-day moving average. Now, if you have another possibility, or even here to add to some long-term Netflix shares, the trade is not going to work out tomorrow. After now the stock split just happened, I would say this is a very good opportunity. Also, I opened up a leap on Netflix, basically NFLX, ticker symbol for Netflix. See where you're comfortable with buying the January 15th, 2027 expiration date. That's 422 days currently. To expiration, you would pay $43-ish, actually less than 43, currently at the mid price of 42. Oh, $4,255, and just start selling calls against it. Check out what you will get in 1 month. Of course, manage them accordingly. Okay, so for more trades and option plays, definitely subscribe to the channel, click that notification bell, like this video if I brought you any kind of value, and check out my later video where I bring you the top 5 fintech stocks that I'm going to build a portfolio around them using only $5,000. Check out that video coming out later on today. With this being said, I'm Norbert Benhart. I build and protect wealth right here on Wealth Town. Stay safe out there. Catch you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.